Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Rooster's Nest. This is his morning crow, in which I show up exactly as I am, just a flaily rooster. I sip on some sort of hot drink. And chat a little. And then I read from this book called The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Because guess what? The rooster cock-a-doodle-doos at the dawn. And so that's what I'm here for, I guess. That's my whole purpose in life, is to just freaking cock-a-doodle-doo in the morning. And, gather a bunch of hens along the way. The rooster is feeling so many different things, because the rooster feels a lot of different things. But he's happy to be here in my nest, speaking out to the void. It's nice, not knowing whether anybody's listening, but hoping somebody out there is. It's what we all do, I think. And yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with it. If it feels good, do it. You know what I mean? Like, just do whatever you want to do if it feels good and is not hurting anybody. If it's hurting anybody, you got to figure out, you got to reassess, right? Like, is it hurting them because of their own, triggers and traumas in which they can remove themselves from the situation? You have to be aware of other people's feelings, but at the same time, you can't let other people's thoughts and feelings control your behavior and path. Isn't that tricky? Everything is very tricky. It's not easy. And that's what I constantly talk about is I am an integrative energy healing practitioner, a certified integrative energy healing practitioner. I have done a lot of schooling. I've done a lot of meditation training and retreats. And, I used to be a hard ass when it came to spiritual growth. I'm also a certified early childhood educator. So I do know things. But the biggest thing about being a human that I know that I feel like people don't talk about enough is how it's not really our fault that we're so fricked up. It's actually our world, that? It's really, really hurt, really deep down. And the only way that we're gonna be able to all survive here together is if we take care of our little hurt selves, and then be true to ourselves, and then take care of our mother, our environment. And this is what the rooster preaches about the most. Go inside, take care of your hurt heart, and then care for the little ones. Just like money is made up. I just don't get this world. Anyways, so that was a rooster ramble this morning. That's, I guess, how I'm feeling today. Been talking about that a lot. Oh, and also the fact that it's not easy. So many spiritual teachings are like, it's simple. Instructions are simple, in order to attract your miracles, in order to manifest. The formula is very simple. It's true. It's magic. It exists. You can just believe something is going to happen with all of your being, and then it does. It's true. Crazy, right? But it's not easy. It is not. And that's, I think, where people get really turned off from spiritual things, is when they're being told that it's as simple as, or it's as easy as just believing, just doing this, and just, it's discipline, and it's a lot of pain to feel. if you have a lot of childhood hurts. So it is not easy, especially in a world where there's so many distractions. You have to look so many ways at the same time. It's hard to feel like it's okay to just look inward, to just look at yourself. You're questioning yourself every step of the way. And that's just really hard. So I guess, what me as the Rooster am here to preach about is it's okay if you're feeling like life is really, really hard to be a good human and to be in the positive and to be a helpful contribution to our evolution, to grow. It's really hard to grow. It's really hard to grow here. And it's only going to get harder to grow if we don't start taking care of ourselves and our Mother Earth. All right, frickin' enough about that, about my sad preachings. Ooh. So I freaking love this book. It always speaks to exactly where I'm at, no matter where I open it up to. I sometimes use it almost like a tarot reading, where you like will pick up a card and it speaks to you. I do that with this book. I'll like flip it at random and read it, and it'll speak to me, and I'll be like, oh, that's exactly what I needed. But sometimes it's also like, shut up. Like, you're saying exactly what I didn't want to hear. It's funny. You know how that happens. But no, for the Rooster's Nest, I'm going to be reading every day. Like there's an insight for every day of the year. So we did July 2nd yesterday. We're going to do July 3rd today since it's July 3rd. And here's what it says. Eyeing and mying. Oh, shut up, Mark Nepo. The shore thirsts, but does not own the ocean that keeps it soft. So too the heart and all it loves. Oh, God, goosebumps. In the ancient Indian language Pali, the word ahamkara means I-ing, having or making the feeling of I. The word mamamkara means mying, having or making the feeling of mine. In Buddhism, the feelings of eyeing and mying are considered so dangerous and poisonous that they are seen as yet another cause of spiritual disease. Oh my gosh. This tells us that as soon as we start to separate what cannot be separated, our mental health will suffer. This tells us that the dearest things in life cannot be owned, but only shared. In truth, we share this mystery called life, the way sea creatures share the ocean. While each fish has its nest and small patch of bottom to gum, none can live without the deep that flows through them all. We are no different. Yes, we can own a watch or a car, but no one can own the love or peace or energy of life that must flow through our hearts if we are to survive. As soon as we devote ourselves to eyeing and mying, we are drawn into a life of distraction from what really matters. Once we commit to making things mine, we unleash a career of gathering and storing. Now there is the need to wall in and maintain. Now there is an endless sorting through the things of the world that could be mine. Now the attaining, now the ensuring, now there is possessiveness and jealousy and envy and the need to protect and the right to bear arms. Now there is the secret want to get what others have and the right to sue. This eyeing and mying can sicken the strongest soul. It often contaminates how we love. How many times have we all asked our lovers for the reassurance, "Are you mine?" Even as I write this, I struggle, like you, not to have things, but to make good use of them, not to guard and parcel out my care, but to let the love through. I am, that is for sure. But what is truly mine, beyond this vibrant sense of being alive, that I keep opening to? Okay. Good. It's a good reminder, you know? But it's weird, I have to say, I just have to be honest, because I used to struggle with possessiveness and jealousy and all these things, and I still do sometimes. Um, and so I thought that, I could never feel like someone is mine. Um, but then the pattern, which I sometimes talk about, told me that the kind of relationship that works best for me is someone who'll let me claim them. So I'm supposed to have someone that wants to be mine. So that's just confusing, Everything's just a freaking contradiction all the time. They're not yours fully. You know what I mean? Everything is in between. You're always right there in the middle. This is what's going on all the time, everywhere. Pendulum swinging. There's this, there's that, there's that. Truth lies directly somewhere in the middle and all encompassing. So the meditation at the end says, center yourself and hold before your mind's eye one thing that you feel ownership around. Honestly, I don't have anything. Try. No, I honestly don't feel like I own anything. It might be a course, maybe like my tent, just set up back there. That's my tent. It might be a course you teach or a garden you tend or a child you have raised. Maybe it's this rooster. I own the rooster. I own this in the rooster's nest I've created. Breathe deeply and consider the energy you expend guarding and protecting this special thing rather than enjoying it. Yeah, okay. Guarding myself. But can you own that's what I'm wondering. Are you in ownership of yourself if we don't own anything? Breathe steadily and try to loosen your hold on this special thing and see if it stays close to you anyways. Okay, so that end part helps me with this love that I'm feeling right now for somebody where I'm fully aware I don't own them. And I'm trying to let go of any sort of need for them while hoping they stay close anyways. So breathe steadily, try to loosen your hold on this special thing and see if it stays close to you anyways. Oh, there we go. Oh, mommy. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Good one. Good one, Mark Nepo. Thank you very much for that. So that was the Rooster's Crow. I have one more thing to share before we end this because I rambled a lot at the beginning. I'm going to sing a song, and it's a song from Moulin Rouge. I think that it originally was by David Bowie, but the version I'm going to sing is from Moulin Rouge. And when I was about 12 years old, I was obsessed. I loved Moulin Rouge. It was like my heart. I was in love with both Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I watched it like every day almost. Just was in love with it. It spoke to my soul. And so now I'm going to sing this one. I learned all the words when I was 12. I sang them to my music teacher, sang this song to my music teacher, and she was very impressed. Little 12-year-old singing this like sweet song. So it's a cappella. I'm just singing an a cappella song for you guys right now. There was a boy A very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far, over land and sea. A little shy, that sat him by, but very wise was he. And then one day, the very day he passed my way, and though we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.